Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you details and list of documents I submitted for my study permit here in Canada. So a disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer, I'm not an agent. I'm only giving you details from my research and how I actually went about with my study permit. So guys, I'm not an immigration lawyer. Thank you. So I have a list with me, my book, which I wrote my list of items I'm supposed to. So the list of items I'm supposed to use for my study permit, I wrote this list since 27th of August 2023. That was when I wrote it, and I was able to submit my application on September 26, 2023. So the first thing I have on my list is letter of acceptance, which is also known as LOA, sorry. So which is also known as LOA. So this letter will be issued to you when you have gotten your admission and then you paid the school deposit, and then this letter will then be issued to you. In some cases, like some schools, immediately you get the admission, they don't even require any deposit. They just issue you this letter of acceptance. But that's not the case for most schools, as you need to pay the deposit so that you can secure your seats. And for my school, the deposit was, I think, $500. Yes, so my deposit was $500. Immediately I made the payment for $500, I was then issued this letter of acceptance. And this letter is what you actually use in your study permit application. So in the letter of acceptance, you have your full name on it, your date of birth, your student ID number, your designated learning institution number, when you are to start your program and when your program is supposed to end, and also if you have any conditions on your admission, like if you didn't submit any documents that was required for your admission. So the second thing I did was to reach out to my place of work in Nigeria, and I told them that I would want to stay back in Canada and further my education in accounting. So I got a leave letter from my place of work. So the second one is leave letter. I got a leave letter from my place of work stating that they won't be paying me for that 1 year that I will be gone, and that they hope to give me back my position as soon as I finish my education here in Canada and return back to Nigeria. The third thing on my list is my university transcript and my university certificate. So for my own university, I was actually issued my university transcript. Some schools, they don't give you the transcript, they just send it directly to your school. But you need to have the student copy because you have to attach this along with your study permit. So I added my university certificate and then my university transcript along with my application. This is to show that the course I'm actually going to do now is related to my bachelor's. So in my case, I have two sponsors in Canada, my mom and my stepdad. So they gave me a sponsorship letter stating that they're going to provide my tuition fee, my living expenses. And so in the sponsorship letter, they both included how much they were going to give me for my study. They also stated on the sponsorship letter that they were actually the ones that sponsored me from Nigeria to Canada to come and visit. So they were my previous sponsors. So it's not like they were new sponsors, they were my previous sponsors. So they included it that they actually sponsored me to come visit them here in Canada. The next thing, so in case you see me looking down or looking sideways, I have my laptop and my book that I'm reading from. So the next thing is bank statement. I requested a 4 months bank statement from my mom and my stepdad, and in the application you see that they asked for 4-month bank statement, but you can provide from 4 months to 6 months. I provided 4-month bank statement because that was what I saw on this site. 4 months. Then also international passports. You know that international passport is essential. You must have international passport before you even think of applying. So I provided my international passports and all the stamps on my international passports, like my Canada visitors visa that was on my passport, my stamps when I go to Ghana, and just stamps. Any stamp you have on your passports, you should provide them. I also provided letter of intent or SOP, statement of purpose, whichever one you want to call it. And in this letter, I stated my reasons for wanting to study the said program, which is accounting. I also stated in my letter of intent that I'm currently in Canada as a visitor. I stated that I have been obeying the rules in Canada and have not violated any of the rules. I stated my home ties, which was my family. I took a group photos with my family, and then I also explained I think I was having 6 years study gap. I explained the 6 years study gap and what I was doing as at that after I finished schooling. So I explained that. I also explained my job, and I still explained yes, I also explained my sponsors in that letter too. So there will be a different video for this letter of intent. I'm going to read it out, so I'm going to make another video for this. Employment letter. So I provided 3 employment letters. Employment letters from my sponsors, that's 2, and then my own employment letter. So the employment letter is to show that your sponsors have something doing, that they are working in the country that they are not just idle. And also I provided mine because I was working in Nigeria before I came here to visit, so I provided my own employment letter as well. Then the next thing is medical examination. So during my visiting visa, I didn't provide a medical examination because it wasn't needed. So I had to do a medical examination here in Canada. And then the medical examination, I had to do it before I started my application because I wanted to do an upfront medical. I didn't want to wait for them to request the medical examination from me, and that was why I had to do an upfront medical. So this upfront medical, I did it in Calgary, and it cost $350. And then I provided my birth certificate. Birth certificate is going to show your relationship with your sponsor. Yes, so for my birth certificate, because I have my mom's name and my dad's name in my birth certificate, the birth certificate served 2 things for me. One, it served the relationship between me and my sponsor, my mom, and then it also showed the relationship between me and my dad, who is in Nigeria, because my dad was my tie also in Nigeria. So birth certificate is very essential. You should provide it also. So I also provided pay stubs. Pay stubs is like pay slips. It shows their monthly or weekly payments from their place of work. So that one also is essential. It's essential. It's a good proof to show to your visa officer that this person is actually receiving money. There's money coming into their account and they are working and they get paid. You get. So the next thing I provided was also pictures. So I provided pictures of me and both of my sponsors together. That's me, my mom, and my stepdad. I provided group pictures of me, my grandma that I was taking care of in Nigeria, my aunties, my cousins, my relations, everyone. We all took a group picture. I also provided my NIN, and that's of my dad also, because since my dad was my tie back home, I provided his birth certificate, I provided his NIN. Then I also provide marriage certificate for my sponsors. Like I said, my sponsor is my mom and my stepdad, so I provided their marriage certificate just to show as proof that they are legally married. So back in Nigeria, I was actually looking after my grandmother, so I provided a birth certificate, and I also provided a picture of both of us. I also provided my vaccination card. I don't know, but I just wanted to add it to the application, so showing them that I am fully vaccinated. I also provided an identification from my sponsors, and which was their international passports. They are actually citizens of Canada, and I felt I should use that one instead of using maybe a driver's license or their voter card. So I decided to use their Canadian international passport.